It's the most popular vehicle that we do a video on every year, and it's one of my favorites on the lot. It's the 2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport Touring. This is a CR-V that has all the features that Honda has to offer. That means I'm gonna need an expert, and that's why I grabbed Justin here.
What's up, Brian? How you doing?
Good to see you,
hey guys,
Justin.
how you doing?
Justin's a salesman here at Smail Honda in Greensburg, and we're gonna take this car on a test drive, so let's do it.
Let's check it out.
Justin, walking around the outside of this car, I'm looking at it, it looks like a dark silver. What is this color called?
This is called Meteorite Gray Metallic.
Wow.
And it's a new paint from last year. One of the best-selling colors that we have with the Honda CR-V right now.
Yeah, if you get in there close, you can actually see the sparkle with the sunshine.
It does have the metallic flake in there.
Yeah,
yep,
that's
absolutely.
Really cool. Headlights are LEDs, it looks like?
They're full LED headlamps. Yep, and you have the LED daytime running lights as well. Honda symbol up front, that's your radar for your forward collision and your adaptive cruise control. And then you also have the rain sensing wipers with the Sport Touring. And then you do have the 19-inch gloss black alloy wheels with the all-season tires on the Sport Touring model. Roof rails for the Sport Touring as well.
Oh yeah, right across the top, I see that.
And those are piano black as well, kind of going with the whole theme there. And then in the back of the vehicle, you do have the chrome exhaust tips, the rear bumper sensors. You see the Sport Touring badging with the CR-V Hybrid badging as well.
Oh yeah, the Sport actually in all black. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool. And this model actually has the hands-free access power tailgate. As long as you have the key fob on you.
I got it right here.
There's a sensor underneath the bumper, right below the Honda symbol. That's a good position. You don't have to touch it. It's kind of like punting a football. You just disrupt the sensor and it will open up.
Hey.
And then all you have to do to close it is do the same exact thing.
Cool. Well, let's see what's back here first. I'm just going to get some of this stuff out of the way.
Absolutely.
And it looks like you have a lot of storage space in the back of this CR-V.
Sure do. Yep.
Actually, my mother drives a CR-V, and that's what I borrow it for, is all the space on the inside. We've actually been able to fit things like reclining chairs and stuff in there that I didn't think would be possible, but there's so much space.
A lot of space, and you can put the seats down. You have the 60/40 split folding seats that fold all the way down as well.
And on the left side here, I'm noticing that there's a 12-volt charger and a light over there.
Absolutely. So when the tailgate opens up, the lights will turn on so you can see in the back. When you close the tailgate, the light will go off automatically for you. This platform is stationary in the hybrid CR-Vs. They don't have a spare tire, however, they do have a fix-a-flat. The reason there's no spare, they want to reduce the weight as much as possible to make the vehicle as fuel efficient as possible.
That would make sense, yeah.
And then also there's that gray funnel, if anybody cares to know what that's for. If you ever had somebody come to your rescue with a can of gas, you have to use that funnel before you pour gasoline into your own tank. If you're at the gas station, you just put the pump in as normal. You do not need that funnel.
All right, so I want to go ahead and show the amount of space that is in this trunk. So let's put these seats down. And you can see that this actually goes all the way up to those front seats. A decent amount of space in there. You can definitely fit a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, the CR-V has a lot of interior space.
Coming into the back seat here, Justin, wow, this door opens really wide here.
Yeah, almost 90 degrees to really help people get in and out of the vehicle, putting stuff in the back seat.
Yeah, I could fit, yeah, that is absolutely gives you a lot more ability to get things into this vehicle.
Yep.
These seats are very comfortable.
Yes, and you actually have 8 different reclining positions for the rear seat.
Okay.
And then also you have the center console right there. Pull that down. You have an armrest and cup holders as well.
Yeah, 2 cup holders in there.
And then we have 2 fast charging ports down below where the vents are for the rear. And that's for, you know, charging up the cell phone.
Yeah.
Those are the USB-C fast charging ports as well.
All right, well, let's jump up front and get this thing on the road. Sitting in the front row of this CR-V, Justin, and everything is right in front of me, easy to grab. Everything is within my reach. Has very nice stitching along the steering wheel here with orange stitching. Is there something special about that?
That's specific to the sport models. So the hybrids are going to have that orange stitching on there.
All right, so the inside looks really nice color scheme. It looks like it has the black leather up top, some texture and some hexagonal patterns here, as well as some sandstone style coloring on the seats with that stitching you were talking about.
Absolutely, yeah. Honda's adopted this piano black interior. It looks really sharp.
Let's go ahead and start the vehicle up. I'll put my foot on the brake, hit the power button down
Exactly.
here.
Yep. And then again, the hybrid, you're really not going to hear the vehicle turn on a whole lot, you know.
Okay.
It kicks back and forth between the engine and the electric motor, depending on, you know, how you're driving the vehicle. At lower speeds, it's going to run the lithium-ion battery and the electric motor, and when you're at higher speeds, it'll kick on the engine and back and forth, back and forth. And there's ways to regenerate the battery by coasting or using the brake on the floor, and there's some other ways to do that as well.
As you know, I drive a hybrid,
Yes,
so
you do.
this will be old school for me a little bit here. But yeah, they did redesign this in 2023, right?
Yes.
So it's relatively new, refresh.
It is. Yep.
And people are really loving the hybrids. So
They are. You know, we're selling more hybrids than we ever have before. Honda's offering more hybrids. That's where, you know, things are kind of headed in the future. So, great vehicle. Hybrid, you don't have to plug it in. All you have to do is just regenerate the battery, and you do that by coasting or using the brake on the floor. And they even have a B mode in the shifter, and that will actually hold the vehicle back a little bit and supply battery power quicker to the vehicle. Yep.
So let's go ahead and go through this just on the steering wheel here on the left-hand side. You'll notice that you have your volume button and your push-to-talk button, different settings for what's in front of you, I imagine, right up here.
Yep, so all you have to do is hit the home button. That will bring up the menu, and then you can scroll up and down using that bar, and then you can choose whatever you want to see up there. And there's a bunch of stuff. You know, you could see how much oil you have. You could watch the all-wheel drive system, the torque distribution on the fly while you're driving.
Driver's attention features, navigation.
Absolutely, you have a standard navigation system. You also have the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, which is wireless now. So you don't have to plug anything in. And you have the wireless phone charger as well with the Sport Touring.
That is really nice. We're going to have to maybe hook that up and test it out.
I actually already have it hooked up.
Did you really?
Yep.
While I was going to the restroom?
It's that easy.
Wow.
All you do is wirelessly hook it up. I hit Apple CarPlay, and now this is my phone that I have in my pocket. All the supported applications are showing up on the touchscreen. So, and you were talking about that voice command button there. You would hold that down for about 3 or 4 seconds to bring up Siri or Google, depending on if you have an Apple or an Android. And you can voice command, call anybody, text message hands-free with punctuation, or use any of your navigation apps on your navigation screen up here.
And not to mention, listen to your music, like Spotify or anything like that, right?
I have Spotify, I have Apple Music. I can listen to whatever I want. I can click on this stuff if I want, or I can ask Siri to bring it up. So if I know a specific artist or a playlist or a song that I want that I know I have in Apple Music, I can just voice command it while I'm driving.
Let's look at the right side of the steering wheel. Down here at the bottom. How about heated steering wheel? Nice for cold days
the
like
heated
today.
steering wheel and the Sport Touring. Gotta love it.
So going back over to this infotainment screen, let's just go back to the home real quick. Looks like you have a bunch of different information that you can display on there, including, like what you said, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Below that here in the hybrid Sport Touring model, it looks like we have heated seats.
You sure do.
On both sides, driver and passenger. Your AC settings, pretty straightforward. And then below that, we have our charging options, USB-A, USB-C, 12-volt, and the wireless charger.
The wireless charger,
We're going to notice our drive modes. We'll test those out on the test drive. But just going through it real quick, we have Sport, Normal, Econ, and Snow.
That's correct.
What's this button down here below?
That's for your downhill descent control. So when you hit that button, go ahead and hit it, Brian. And it's going to bring up on the dash the downhill descent control. It lets you know that it's on. And there's a gauge between 2 and 12. That's your miles per hour. So you can actually set your accelerator between 2 and 12 miles an hour while you're going down a hill. And you can just maintain that speed and just steer going down a hill. So really great for, you know, really steep driveways, or if you're off trail a little bit and uneven roads. Pretty cool stuff.
So down here again, we have the parking brake, obviously, and then the brake hold. How about we demonstrate this brake hold?
Sure, absolutely. So all you have to do is turn it on. You have to be buckled up in order to use it. So it didn't allow you to do that.
That's smart.
And it will actually let you know. So it'll say, you know, that you have to buckle your seatbelt. So that's the first step. Go ahead and hit the brake hold button. And it's going to put us in standby just now because we're in park. But go ahead, Brian, put the vehicle into drive, and you'll notice the hold comes up underneath it. You see that?
Yeah, I do see that.
That lets you know that you can take your foot off the brake and the vehicle is not going to move anywhere. This is great on hills so you don't drift in a car behind you or in front of you, or if you're simply at a traffic light or a stop sign and you want to rest your foot and keep the vehicle in drive. Here's the cool part. When you hit the accelerator, it releases brake hold, keeps it in the standby mode, and when you come to a complete stop again, whether it's right away or hours later in your travel, it'll lock the brake back up for you.
So there's the demonstration right there.
Yep.
We just move forward a little bit,
Yep.
put my foot on the brake, and the car is still holding right here.
Absolutely.
And it sounds very quiet, so because we don't have that engine noise, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's going to kick back and forth between the electric motor and the gas power of the vehicle.
So looking in the armrest, it looks like you have a decent amount of space. That's going down to my forearm there. You have a little coin pouch here.
Yeah.
Nice to have.
You can put that in the front or the back.
So looking up above, I do want to show what's up here. Sunglass holder, that's always nice to have. You have your sunroof here that you can open up. Has a nice little wind guard there.
Yep.
One push open, one push close, and you have some lights up here. But,
Absolutely.
All right, Justin, well, I think that's enough going over the features here. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the road.
You got it.
All right, so Justin, obviously hybrid means better fuel efficiency. So what do you get in a vehicle like this?
You're going to get a combined 37 miles per gallon between city and highway driving versus the gas-powered CRV, which is at 29.
Yeah, that's a significant increase in fuel efficiency.
For sure.
And definitely something to consider.
Absolutely.
Now, sometimes people think like hybrid, that means that the motor isn't as powerful or whatever, right?
That is not true. This has 204 horsepower.
Okay.
You have a 2.0 four-cylinder engine with the CVT transmission as well. And when we take the U-turn here, you'll check out the turning radius and feel free to punch it. It definitely has enough power.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Here we go around the corner.
Staying well within the lines there.
Yeah, very, very easy. Let's go ahead and punch it a little bit here. We're just in normal mode. And just like that, we're up to 50. It was a nice smooth transition up to power.
That's the CVT transmission. Yeah, it's a continuous variable transmission. You actually have one gear that constantly adjusts the gear ratio depending on how you're driving the vehicle. So whether you're heading up a hill, down a hill, straight away, at higher speeds, it's going to drive itself the most fuel efficient way possible all the time.
They're known for their reliability, Justin, but like, what is the warranty for this vehicle?
So you have a 3-year, 36,000 mile comprehensive warranty. That's all your electronics and computer systems, the bells and whistles, if you will, of the vehicle. You also have a 5-year 60 on your powertrain. That's your engine, drivetrain, transmission, and of course the all-wheel drive system. And for the hybrid, you have an 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty for the lithium-ion battery. Well, with the new generation Hondas, they're offering 2 years of free maintenance. Okay, that's a complimentary maintenance on your regular scheduled maintenances, which include your oil change, filter change, tire rotation, and your multi-point vehicle inspection for the first 2 years or 24,000 miles, whichever comes first. And of course, with us at Smail Honda, we have lifetime free inspections.
I'm gonna go ahead and activate the lane keep assist here on the steering wheel. It's on the right side. And hitting that button, 2 green lines have popped up on the dashboard.
Yes.
If you wanna explain what's happening here, Justin.
Yeah, absolutely. So the green indicator with the little steering wheel and the dotted lines, that's the lane keep assist illustration, that's the button. And then those green lines is actually the camera mapping out the lines in front of us. When they're green, that's how you know the system's operating. In the previous generation Hondas, lane keep assist would work above 45 miles an hour and up to 90 miles an hour. They're now offering it below 45 miles an hour. So even if you're on a back road, you're going to be able to use your lane keep assist system.
If I go ahead and move over to the right side of this lane, kind of inch us over, the steering wheel is actually turning towards the middle of the lane.
Real subtle movements in the steering. So a misconception is that the vehicle steers for you. That is not true. You are always going to be able to maneuver the vehicle. So even if you have road departure mitigation or your lane keep assist system on, you're going to be able to swerve for potholes, roadkill, or if you had to get around any obstacles, you're going to be able to do it.
All right, so I have somebody in my blind spot right now, and I notice that on the mirror, there's a light there.
Yep.
If I hit my turn signal and somebody's in my blind spot, it's flashing at me and beeping at me to alert me somebody's over there.
Yep. So it's going to blink orange to indicate that somebody's in your blind spot to warn you. That way you don't move. However, if you don't see it blinking, you don't see that light and you have your turn signal on as well, it will beep inside of the cabin for you. And Brian, while we're sitting here, I just wanted to show you, we'll throw some Christmas music on here. You do have the 12-speaker Bose stereo system with the Sport Touring.
Okay.
So, being in the festive mood. little staticky because it's FM, you know.
Yeah, but it sounds good. You can definitely hear the Bose speaker system all around.
Absolutely, yeah. 12 speakers with a subwoofer as well. You do have 3 free months of Sirius XM satellite radio as well.
I'm just gonna go ahead and kick this thing into sport mode.
You got
Justin.
it. Go for it.
So let's go ahead and hit the gas a little bit and see what this feels like. All right, so I'm hearing it, Justin, and I'm feeling it a little bit as I'm hitting the gas.
Yeah, the sport drive mode is going to have that extra sound, that throaty kind of sound, if you will, with the exhaust. So, you know, for anybody that says that you can't go fast in a hybrid and they don't have enough speed, that is not the case. The CR-V has plenty of power.
I think Honda's been actually proving that for years now. So I went ahead and hit my adaptive cruise control button. I set the speed, and the car in front of me is going lower than that speed, so we're actually slowing down based on their speed, right?
Exactly, yep.
All right, so Justin, here we go. We're coming up to a red light, and the cars in front of us are stopping very quickly, and we're starting to slow down based on their speed.
Yeah, you're not slowing the vehicle up at all. The vehicle is doing this itself. And it will brake under 25 miles an hour, and it will go all the way down to 0 miles an hour for you.
I'm just letting it go.
Yep.
It's sensing all this, and it's bringing us down to a complete stop.
Yes.
Right here, just like that. Very, very simply,
Yep, and then notice where it says 65 miles an hour, it'll say stop now. So after a few seconds, it says stop. Now, to resume your adaptive cruise control when traffic gets going again, all you have to do is just press the res button up or tap the accelerator, and it'll put you back into the cruise mode for you. Yeah, there's actually a few features that we were talking about that are standard in almost all the models. All of Honda sensing, so that your forward collision brake mitigation, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and road departure mitigation are offered on every single level of CR-V, the gas and the hybrids.
Even LX?
Even the LX, trim. The entry level,
Yeah.
But when you get to the EX and then above models, so the EX, the Sport, the EXL, the Sport L, and the Sport Touring are gonna have the blind spot information system on the outside of each mirror. And then some other features like the heated seats are going to be standard remote start from the factory on the key fob, bringing the cabin to a comfortable 72 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't have to precondition the heater or the air conditioner. It does it all on its own. It'll even turn your heated steering wheel on automatically as well in the wintertime, and turn your heated seats on. And yeah, we sell more CR-Vs than most of the Hondas in Western Pennsylvania. I think people appreciate the crossover utility vehicle, being able to get good gas mileage with an all-wheel drive system as well.
Seriously, like that's very hard to find.
Absolutely, it's very difficult to find a very fuel-efficient crossover vehicle, but Honda has it.
Let's go ahead and check out this backup camera while we're here.
Sure.
In the back lot. Put this vehicle into reverse, and we're going to see.
Now, do you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You can actually hear that hum there?
Yes.
That's for pedestrians. So when you're backing up, it's louder than going forward because your field of view is better forward than it is backwards. But when you're backing up, you have that ambient sound that's humming to let pedestrians know that the vehicle is moving. So you have 3 camera angle views. So you have the wide angle view, which we have on right now. The dynamic guidelines change color to give you a projected angle into a spot. You have more of a concentrated view. And they have actually a straight down view once you kind of get in there, and you can back right up against a curb or another vehicle without hitting it. That's usually a good judge of where you want to stop, so the back tailgate will open without hitting something behind you. There's my license plate right there. I wanted to show you this while we had it in reverse, so this is new. You have the kind of like aerial view, so to speak, of the CR-V with the bumper sensors for the rear and the front.
Right.
So as you get closer to something, the intervals, the beeping gets closer together, and it changes from yellow to orange and then red whenever you get real close to something.
Wow, well here's the question, Justin. Maybe you can get out and test this for me. Will that work with a pedestrian?
Yes.
You want to give it a shot?
Absolutely.
So if somebody's walking behind the car, and right there, you can just see how it's alerting me that there is somebody behind the car, and that I need to be aware. And actually, it looks like there's some sensors in the front too. You want to test those out?
There are. Yep.
Yep, right there. So it'll show you the front as well. Of course, if you're not looking out the front of your car while you're going forward, I don't know what kind of driver you are, but all right. So Justin, right there, I'm noticing that it was a car coming from our right side as I'm in reverse, and that's alerting me.
Yes,
the direction, right?
It's actually using your blind spot information system, and it will indicate which side. It's called cross monitor detection. That's this button right there.
And that was my first drive on the 2024 Honda CR-V Sport Touring Hybrid. A lot of cool features in this one, so if you have questions, leave them in the comment section below. We'll make sure to get back to you as soon as we can. And I can ask a professional like Justin. But hey, if they have questions, how can they contact you?
Sure, you can contact me here at the dealership. You're more than welcome to visit us right here on Route 30 in Greensburg. Ask for me, Justin Thompson. You're more than welcome to give me a call at 724-219-1449 or visit us online at smailhonda.com.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. So until next time, enjoy the ride.
Thanks, guys.